There you are, minding your own business, and wham! Cupid's arrow. You're in love. Yes, it can be a tough time for everyone caught in its wake. For parents, it can be an absolute mystery how to respond to your own kids' affairs of the heart.
What's that?
Olive has a boy in her room.
A boy?
A boy.
The pain of rejection, the despair at ever finding the one, the good choices, and the bad.
Does he have a motorcycle? 'Cause if you're gonna throw your life away, he better have a motorcycle.
So how can parents steer their teens' heartbreaks towards an adult life of happily ever after? Well, the love doctor, Terry Orbach, has written a book on this. It's called Secrets to Surviving Your Children's Love Relationships. And Terry, when should we start talking to kids about their relationships?
Yeah, well, I think it's never too early or never too old to start conversations about relationships with your children. So when they're younger, you're talking about relationships with their friends and if they're sharing with their friends and why their friends are good or not good friends. As they hit puberty and begin to be interested in love relationships, that's when you want to, don't press them, but use examples in their own life, television shows, sitcoms, things like that, to ask them questions, use probing questions. And even when they're an adult, a young adult or an adult, you can still have conversations with your children about relationships.
So what's the best way to respond to your kids' heartbreaks?
I think the golden rule always is not to give your opinion. Let your child talk. Let them unpack their feelings. Be sure you spend quality time with them. And then affirm their special, unique traits and qualities. Lift them up.
Here's a question for you. What should I do if my daughter is dating a loser?
Good question, Jesse. The golden rule is don't share your opinion about your child's partner with your child. Instead, you want them or get them to discover that opinion on their own. So ask probing questions to them. How does this person make you happy? How do the two of you handle stress? What is good about this relationship? Get your child to discover the answer on their own, because we know when you share your opinion with your child that you don't like their partner, they want that partner more. They like that partner more.
What about when they get older? How do you stop yourself becoming the dreaded mother-in-law?
Well, we all have emotional baggage. Those are things in our past that we haven't resolved. And that dreaded mother-in-law is the person who puts all of that emotional baggage on their children and their children's partners. So if you don't want to be that dreaded mother-in-law, let go of the emotional baggage. Don't put your issues from the past on your children or your children's partners. Also, you want to remember that just because your daughter-in-law or your son-in-law is doing something different, that doesn't mean it's the wrong way. It just means it's different. So you want to respect differences, be flexible, and try to open up the lines of communication between you and your daughter-in-law or your son-in-law.
Well, Terry, great advice. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Pleased to say both my daughters are still too young for dating, but I am going to have real difficulty following her advice to hold my tongue if they start hanging out with someone that I don't like.
Yeah, I'm struggling with the whole opinion thing.
Yeah.
Because I was under the impression that my opinions made everything better.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it has put the roof over your kids' heads, so maybe you could lord that over them.
I found the really interesting use of asking your children probing questions.
Yeah.
It's literally, what would you like for dinner? It shuts down, you're gone. If I actually came up with a proper question about something interesting, I'm just not sure I'd get any cut
you
through.
did, yeah.
I'm not quite sure what the difference between asking a probing question and meddling in their life is. I don't know where that cuts off.
And aren't we we duty-bound as parents to share our emotional baggage with our children? I thought that's how it worked.
Like, I'm really struggling with your loser boyfriend. Let's talk through this together.